forever for you, our King and Master of all peace. And it is good in your eyes to bless your people Israel in every moment, in every hour with your peace. Place abundant peace upon Israel, your people forever for you, our King and Master of all peace. And it is good in your eyes to bless your people Israel in every moment. Peace. Blessed are you, O Lord, who blesses his people Israel with
Hello, everyone. Are you having fun yet? I gotta tell you, guess what I'm wearing? This came in the mail yesterday. It's the official Donald Trump inauguration hat. Isn't that the best thing ever? I got it when I was in DC, and I just was like, yeah, He's my president. He's my president. I'm not going to paint today, and this is going to be kind of short because I'm actually going to a car rally. We are going to drive around with our flags and celebrate. And then I'm going to come home and bake a cake and eat some popcorn. I didn't mention alcohol, but that could be part of it too. It's not to spare. And yes, we are holding the line. But what I want to encourage you about is I want to encourage you to be very curious. This is a great response to the kind of things we're going through. Curiosity is super important. You see, curiosity, I think, is a form of faith. Curiosity is a holding of the line. Curiosity is a strength. You know, if you really believe in your heart that you're headed to heaven, your life doesn't belong to you anymore, that God orders your steps, that he speaks through his prophets, that he has a plan for every day, that his plans are good for you, and that he holds the world in his hand, then when everything goes sideways, I think one of the most beautiful responses is simply curiosity. I wonder how that's going to work out. And I learned that in faith. I know it's very silly, but I'll tell you, when the rubber met the road, I would have days when I had planned out my entire life as a young mom, how the kids were going to get taken care of and what I was going to do, and the snacks and the backpacks and everything ready to go for the whole thing, and all their needs and all the balls up in the air. And the babysitter would call in sick and say, sorry, I just can't come today. And everything would get thrown up into the air, and I learned to stop. Instead of getting upset, getting freaked out, I learned to stop and go, this is going to be really creative. This is going to be a very creative day. I wonder how the things that I need to do, the places I need to go are, and the projects that need to happen, the commitments, the kids, the care, I wonder how that's going to work out. I want to encourage you simply right now to maintain a childlike curiosity, because I'm not going to tell you anything you don't already know about who's in charge, who our hope is in, what plans there may actually be going on behind the scenes, why it might need to happen this way. There's a million things we could talk about. We could pull out the devotionals and do all those things. But what that should amount to in each of us is, no, you do not taste mega tears in here. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here. No, my friend, there are no tears. And I want to tell you something. There, you can go ahead and gloat all you want, because I want to tell you, me and my people don't wear pink hats and scream in the streets. We don't go out wearing girly vagina hats and screaming and yelling and burning down buildings. We wake up every day with divine curiosity. Wow, what an interesting turn. And we absolutely are not moving off of what God said about this nation, what he's doing, and who our president really is and is going to be. How he does it is interesting. You people, on the other hand, pull out your pussy hats, scream in the streets, come unhinged, do snowflake stuff, burn buildings, call names, freak out. We are classy. We are dignified. We're fun. We're hopeful. We are thrilled. I am curious. And curiosity is creativity. So please, among all of the things that you are going through, please just simply stay bemused and curious. Jean-Marc, what does bemused mean?
I don't know.
Don't you want to look it up for me?
Uh-huh.
He's eating chips. Bemused is kind of a a little bit of a lighthearted confusion.
Also confused or
Bewildered. And bewildered is a great place to be, because bewildered is also is an invitational word. What could be going on? What could be happening? You see, right now here I'm occupying this space and this time in this situation, and guess what? I'm just fine, and so are you. You really are. You feeling some emotions? I don't know. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're thrilled. Maybe you're ready. This is exactly, and they're yelling about all the things they're going to do or this or that. I don't really care, because I know where I am. I know where I stand today, and I'm just curious. I'm just super curious about how it's going to happen, how each day is going to unfold, what the painting's going to look like, what God's going to be writing on our hearts and on our nation right now, how this whole thing is actually playing out. It's thrilling. It's interesting. And I don't need to be upset. And I'm not. Do you need to be upset? Is there any real biblical or fact-based reason, I mean in terms of pronouncement, that any of us have to feel bad about anything? No. We just assume we will because we're used to feeling bad. But what if stuff happens that's not good or whatever? There's no rule anywhere in the book or even in psychology or whatever that you have to feel bad about it. Just be curious. Can we just pause and go, that's interesting. I can't wait to see how that plays out. I'll tell you the story that I love the most about this from Curry Blake, and who I love. And you know what? Now I'm going to have a little bit more headspace. And you know what I'm going to be doing over the next few days? I am going to be soaking myself in Curry Blake's teachings on the new man and what I carry in Christ. So powerful, like that resurrection, literally resurrection from the dead thing, living right in here, and what that means. I think that's what I should be doing. I just kind of was, in the soup with all the potential information coming in. But he tells this story about a guy. You go ahead and be mixed, but it doesn't mean you have to be like upset, bad, feeling awful. So Curry Blake was in a country, I think it might have been Italy, and a guy was in a coma. It's really tragic because one brother had actually accidentally shot the other brother, and so the other brother was in a coma. So you can imagine the pain of going, oh my gosh, I accidentally did this. Now my brother's in a coma, looks like he's going to die. And so they called Curry Blake into the hospital room to raise this guy from the dead, get him awake, get him healed. So they all follow Curry into the room. He goes in and he prays, and he's just in there a couple minutes. And they come out, Curry, what happened? Did you get a word from God? He goes, yeah. What was it? He goes, well, he told me to heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, and, he told me I'd lay hands on the sick and they'd recover. No, I mean, what did God really say? No, he said, lay hands on the sick and they'll recover. So I went in and spoke to the person in the coma and I told them they had to recover. That's how it rolls. No, and everyone's asking, did you get something? Did you get a new thing? Did you get a post? Did this happen? Did that happen? He said, no, God already spoke. He already spoke. And has he not already spoken to us, friends? God already spoke about who our president's going to be for the next 4 years and what he's doing in our country. I'm sorry, I'm not moving off of that. God had already spoken in his word, lay hands on the sick and they will recover. Curry Blake goes into a coma guy's bed, tells him he has to comply, comes out, everybody's expecting a new Q post or something, a new, did he jump? Did he move? Did he wake? And he's like, I did, we're good, basically. And so then he gets the report later in the day. Somebody knocks on his hotel room door or wherever he was and says, Curry, Brother Curry, so-and-so, Angelo died. And you know what Curry Blake said? He didn't say, well, we live some, we lose some, we gain some, we lose some, we win some. Healing's a mystery. Well, we live in a fallen world and things don't always turn out right. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe God doesn't always want to heal. Maybe the prophecy, maybe what Jesus said of prophesying I'd lay hands on the sick was wrong. And, we all, maybe, I guess it didn't really happen right at noon like it was supposed to. So, yeah. And so they were expecting him to give some kind of explanation. And his words were these. When they said, Curry, the guy died, Angelo died, he said, that's interesting. And that was all he would say. That was all he would say. And they were really they were bemused. What? And he went out before his next meeting and took a walk with God. And he basically said, look, I did what you said. I stood on what you said. I know who I am in Christ. I obeyed your words. If you're not going to back me up, I'm getting on a plane and I'm not going to do the next session with these people because you said it. It's your reputation. I don't need to be here teaching people about that if you're not going to do it. And then he just kind of went on about his business. And then later that day, or within a very short number of hours, Curry, Angelo woke up from the dead. Angelo's awake. Angelo's alive. Angelo came back. And Curry went, well, there you go, And they quizzed him afterwards. And they said, Curry, when we told you that he had died, we're really mystified by your answer. And he said, what? What was that? And he said, well, that's because I'm not used to losing. So he stayed curious. He stayed focused. And he said, I wonder how God's going to do the thing he promised to do. Because I'm not moving. I wonder, that's interesting. We, on the other hand, will move off the mark very quickly with our words, our declarations, our attitudes, our fears, our whatever. How about we do this? We look at whatever happened today and we go, that's interesting. Then we turn around and go to God, this is really your reputation. It's really your reputation. Because you promised to bless those who bless Israel. Because we turned out pretty much 80 million strong when you get the real numbers. We voted for your guy. We stood, we prayed, we fasted, we chose, we interceded, we loved, we preached, we worked, we did our part. So pretty much, Lord, you're on the hook for this one. So, your game, your call, your kingdom. We don't need to go do the kingdom thing. If you're not going to back us up with the kingdom stuff, it's up to you. I'm really not moving off the mark. And you know what, my friends? Stay there. Stay curious. Offload it. I'm sorry. I really believe we did our job. There's never been so much prayer worldwide. Millions and millions of prayers. Intercession, prophecy, encouragement, voting, rallies, love, education. We are great people. We're loving, amazing people. And we left it all in the field. And if you think some secret plot behind the scenes is going to stand in the way of what he said he's going to do, don't even say it. Don't add it to the atmosphere. My point today is simply, that's interesting. I'm curious. How about you? Can you stay curious? And, don't jump to persecuted yet. I mean, the bottom line is, yeah, blessed are you. We're upgrade. Today, don't take any of that on. Stay in the moment. Stay present. Stay curious. Okay? That may be the scary thing you need to do, right? And look, go listen, treat yourself, soak in Curry Blake teaching. Really, I'm serious. Honestly, it's a great thing to do because no matter what happens, we have to carry Christ so big in us, no matter what, because we're taking the planet back either way, right? So I got to go to a car rally, and I'm going to keep working on this. We'll see what happens here. And I love you, mean it. Bye. You're great. We're happy. We're hanging in. And don't go dark. It's not necessary. I will see you.